Do you love movie popcorn and muffins? Well, if you do, then we are combining these with a 1950s recipe for popcorn muffins or mini loaves. Hi, I am Trista and I am the Vintage Cookbook Nerd, and I'm bringing you a 1950s recipe today for these delicious muffins. So join me as we take a look at the book, where they came from, and then dive right into the amazing recipe. So today we are going to make a beautiful muffin recipe, popcorn muffins, from this book, the Searchlight recipe book by Household. That used to be a magazine, and there's a lot of recipes not only by the magazine in this beautiful book. This one has a few color photos here in the front and the back, and it is, I guess the magazine was from Topeka, Kansas, and this edition was printed in 1958. You can see there's many editions, and I love that they tell you how many copies. So what I love the most are these beautiful tabs here. And what I thought was unusual in this book are these popcorn muffins. So you pop some popcorn and then you grind it and then mix it with these other ingredients to make delicious muffins. So let's head right into the recipe and check out how these turn out. Check these out. They're looking really, really good. I'm excited to taste them later with my family. Popcorn muffins. So the first part of this recipe is making popcorn. So I'm just going to show you the method that we use to make popcorn. We have a Dutch oven here. I put a little olive oil in there, and then I just have one kernel of popcorn in the middle. What we like to do, and then my husband invented this method here at home, is that we let this heat up. Once this kernel pops, then we pour in the rest. I'm just doing an 1/8 cup because I only need 3/4 cup of ground popcorn for this recipe. So what we do is, once it heats up, we're gonna pour this in, and then we're gonna put the lid on, and then grab the handles and go back and forth. So I'm not going to show all that, but I'll come back when the popcorn is popped. I thought I'd record a little bit of this because it's popping. One piece of popcorn flew in my face, so that was interesting. Okay, we'll be back when this is done. So here is about 3/4 cup of the popped kernels. A few of them, as you can see in the bottom, burn because I wasn't quick enough at moving the pot. That's the danger of this, but we do have, I think, enough, and there's a few more in here if I need more to grind up. I'm going to be using my food processor because I'm not sure how else to grind this up, so I'll be doing that in just a moment. So this is what the ground popcorn looks like. I didn't grind it super fine because I thought we probably wanted some texture in the muffins. I'm not certain, but let's give it a go. This took just quite a few pulses on high to get to this stage. I would experiment with the food processor, but it works great. So let's move on to making these yummy muffins. Okay, so now we're ready to make our muffin batter. We have 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour here in this large bowl. Then I'm going to add some salt. It is 1 teaspoon salt. And then we have some sugar. There's 1 tablespoon, of sugar in there. And then over here we have 3 teaspoons of baking powder. So I like to just sift things up with a whisk. And then very gently we're going to add 1 beaten egg 2 tablespoons of melted butter. It said shortening, but butter adds a little more flavor, I think. And oh, I forgot. Oh gosh, the whole reason for this recipe, the ground popcorn. Well, that's all right. It's okay. And then we have a cup of whole dairy milk. So glad I didn't altogether forget the popcorn, but we have a little extra. Let's get that in there. And we're just gonna gently mix that until it just comes together, but we do not want to overmix this because we don't want to lose the softness of the muffins. So it says this makes 6. Mine are gonna be slightly different because I am a pastry chef at a tea house and I left my muffin tin at work because I was using it to make birthday cakes. So we are going to be using this little mini muffin or loaf pan instead. So we'll see how many little popcorn loaves we get. I'll be portioning that out in just a moment. I want to fill these 2/3 full. And I'm gonna use my scoop here, kind of this nice handy ice cream scoop or mashed potato scoop, however you like to use it, or for both. So let's see what that gets us. And I would say that is pretty good. So let's just do 1 big scoop per mini loaf here and see what that works out to. Yeah, you definitely want it 2/3 full, whether you're using a muffin pan or, oops, that has a little dry spot in it. So I'm gonna mix that just a tiny bit in here. Okay, not such a dry spot anymore. So tell me, what are your favorite muffins? I love all kinds of muffins. I think as a guilty pleasure, the chocolate ones that are basically like cake for breakfast. But of course, when blueberries are in season, fresh blueberry muffins. There are just so many good ones. I used to make a lot of them as a kid at home. I love the cinnamon sugar topped ones. I'm just gonna kind of divide the remaining batter a little bit between all of these, and I'm gonna be getting 5 of these mini loaves, but you'd probably at least get 6 regular size muffins. So we're gonna put these, it says 435-degree oven, very specific, for about 25 minutes. So I'm actually gonna check these at 15 minutes since my oven is on the convection setting. So we will see how these turn out in a moment. Oh, this is future Trista here. And as I was cleaning up the kitchen, I noticed I forgot to put salt in these. However, as you can see, I tore off a little bit and it's still delicious. It really does taste good. I will leave the full review for when we have our family tasting right after this, but I forgot the salt. So my remedy is to keep these because they still taste good and just put a little bit of butter or nut butter or jam or honey or anything like that on these, and even just as is. So if you're low salt, this is for you. In the description down below, there'll be the full recipe and I will include the salt there. So thank you so much. I appreciate you, and stick around for the family tasting. Hey, everybody's here to taste the popcorn muffins or mini loaves.
And they actually have popcorn in them.
Yes.
Like popped popcorn.
Yeah, I popped the popcorn as per your method.
Oh, good.
And I ground it up in the food processor, and then it's inside here.
Hey.
So
Is it corn flour or corn meal?
No, just popcorn ground up. Kind of reminds me of popcorn, but in bread form.
Mmm. I'd approve.
Nice.
That tastes quite good.
It's kind of like a smooth cornbread or something.
It is. It's like
Yeah.
super smooth. It's not gritty, so
This is really good, actually.
thank you.
And yeah, I do taste
Even
the
without
corn in
the
it.
salt.
I could totally eat like a huge loaf of this stuff.
I do think
Yum.
I do think some salt would help it.
Oh yeah, definitely the salt next time, but you can
Yeah.
add a spread or something. So.
Oh, I just got a piece of popcorn.
Oh yeah. How did that feel? A little weird.
It's kind of like a raisin or something, but it's obviously it's popcorn.
Yes.
But overall, good. Awesome.
I purposely kept it a little bit bigger, but you can grind it finer if you want. So.
Wow.
Anyways,
High quality stuff.
glad you liked
Yeah,
it.
good
cool.
stuff.
Another fun thing to try. Thank you guys.